Bonjour Year 7, I hope you're well and you're keeping safe. For today's lesson you will need some paper, a pencil or a pen, and you will also need a stopwatch. Today we will be continuing our lesson on family. We will be looking at recognizing some possessive pronouns, recalling specific question vocabulary and how to answer them in French, and then we will finish with a reading task. You may recall from yesterday's lesson that to say my in French, we either say mon or ma. Mon will be used in front of a masculine word and ma will be used in front of a feminine word. So for example, to say my brother, we say mon frère. Frère is a masculine word, although it ends with an I, and therefore we will use mon in front of it. To say my sister, we say ma sœur. Sœur is a feminine word, although it doesn't end with an I, and therefore we use ma in front of it. To say your, it is the same structure, but a different word. We use ton in front of a masculine word and ta in front of a feminine word. So to say your brother, we say ton frère. Your sister, we say ta sœur. And finally, to say his or her, we use son in front of a masculine word and sa in front of a feminine word. Son frère means his or her brother. Sa sœur means his or her sister. What I would like you to do now is, as you can see, you have three blue boxes that I have crossed out. Those are incorrect sentences. I would like you to write down why these sentences are incorrect. In other words, why can't I say in French ma frère, ton sœur, and son sœur? You have 2 minutes to do this. I would like you to take your sheet, take your pen, take your stopwatch. When I ask you to start the task, you pause the PowerPoint and you set your stopwatch for 2 minutes and you write down your answers on your sheet. You have 2 minutes from now. On this slide you have 3 dialogues. Dialogue 1, Dialogue 2, and Dialogue 3. Those 3 dialogues are in French. The first thing that I would like you to do is try to do the developing task, which is the green task. I would like you to translate each dialogue into English. You need to write those translations on your sheet. If you have time left and if you want to challenge yourself a bit further, you can try and do the secure task, which is the orange task, and you need to write down the answer to the question, which is why in dialogue 1 did I write ton oncle and not ta oncle. And if you want to challenge yourself even further, you can try to do the master task, which is the red task. And you need to do this, rewrite dialogue 1, talking about one female family member. A female family member in French would be ma sœur, ma cousine, ma grand-mère, or ma tante. Now you need to be careful when you rewrite dialogue 1. You need to think about whether you would use ton or ta, and whether you will need to use mon or ma. You have 7 minutes to do all this. Off you go. Your next exercise will be to match each number with the correct letter and write the complete sentence. As you can see, you have a box on the left-hand side with sentence starters numbered from 1 to 6. And then on the right-hand side, you have the endings that are from A to F. What I would like you to do is match the starters on the left-hand side with the appropriate ending on the right-hand side. I have given you an example. The sentence starter number 1, il s'appelle. Its correct ending is letter C, Harry. And then the complete sentence would be il s'appelle Harry. I would like you to do the same thing for the other sentences. You can choose your objective. You can choose to do the green task and match 3 sentences. The orange task, which is to match all sentences. And the red task, which is the master task, would be to match all sentences and translate them into English. You have 5 minutes from now. Your last task will be to read the text and fill out the table in English. As you can see, you have a blue box containing 5 different little paragraphs. You need to read those sentences and then fill out the table that is underneath in English. You need to provide the following information: family member, name, age, and birthday. I have given you an example for the first little paragraph. The family member is brother, the name is Luc, the age is 13, and the birthday is the 10th of April. I would like you to do the same thing for the little paragraphs going from 2 to 5. Once again, you can choose your objective. You can choose to do the green task, which is to give at least 1 piece of information per line. The orange task, which is to give at least 2 pieces of information per line. And the master task, which is the red task, is to provide all pieces of information. In other words, to fill out the whole table. You have 10 minutes to do this. Off you go. Right, so today's lesson is over. We have reached our learning objectives. Please, Year 7, don't forget to take a screenshot or take a picture of all the work you have done for today's lesson. You need to take a picture or a screenshot of every exercises. If you don't, we will consider your work as not completed. Once you have uploaded your work, your teacher will check your work and you will get some feedback. You will get a new lesson next week. I wish you well. Au revoir, Year 7.